Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful roasted bell pepper soup. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare a batch of stock. The way I do my stock, I don't like to buy the one that's already made. It's way better to make it yourself. So what I do is anytime I cut vegetables for any kind of meal that I make, I keep all the scraps in this little plastic bag here, and I keep it in the freezer. And so when I want to make some vegetable stock, I don't have to waste some whole new vegetables. I have all these bits of all these different vegetables here, which adds a lot of flavor and a lot of different vitamins, because otherwise these are just vitamins that would have been lost. So I have a little bit here and a little bit from the bell peppers that I just got here. So let's get started. I'm going to put all my vegetable scraps into my pot with some water and a couple of bay leaves too. I have a lot of things in there. You don't have to worry about putting the peel of the onions or anything like that, because once this is cooked, we're gonna strain it through a sieve, so everything is gonna be fine. I also have some bell peppers in there. I have some tomatoes. I have this bunch of parsley that was wilted, so I decided to add that to it. So just make sure that you have enough water to cover this thing, and then we're going to simmer it. So this cannot boil hard. If it boils hard, it's going to taste bitter and not taste good. So I need to cook this for maybe an hour on medium-low heat. We just want to see a little bubble. So we cover this in water, put some salt, and then let it simmer for 1 hour. Next step is to grill or roast our vegetables in the oven. So I have 3 bell peppers, 1 red, 1 orange, 1 yellow. You can choose any color you like. I would not suggest to use the green one because it's not very sweet, and I'm going to add a bunch of herbs to that later, so we're going to have our greens anyway. So I like to use 1 red, 1 orange, and 1 yellow. I have 1 tomato I cut in 4 pieces, and I taken the seeds out. I have 2 shallots which I've cut up in quarters, and 6 cloves of garlic that I've just mashed a little. And what I'm going to do is use some, here I have some olive oil with just a little bit of black pepper and some sea salt, and I'm going to put that onto all of my vegetables before I put them in the oven to grill them. And this is going to help to give a nice texture, a nice taste too. It's going to add a lot of flavor. Once you've brushed everything with the salted olive oil, you can put this in the oven at 400 or 425 approximately, depends on your oven, for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you start to see some darker spots appear on there and it hasn't been 15 minutes, they're good to go. When it looks like this, you know it's ready. Now I need to filter my preparation. So what I have here is just a regular wire sieve, and I lined it with some coffee filters, and I'm going to transfer this into this bowl here. It's just to get rid of course, the vegetables and the broth. Now what I want to do is bring my my filtered broth back to a boil and add 1 medium potato. I cut it in small pieces just because it's going to cook faster. While my potatoes are cooking, I'm also going to put all of my bell peppers, my tomatoes, and my shallots and my garlic in my food processor and bring that to a fine paste. When it has this sort of consistency, I'm going to add, this is a handful of fresh parsley, and also a small handful of fresh cilantro. After 10 minutes or so, my potatoes are going to be soft, so I just want to take them out and then put them through the blender. Also, I'm going to reduce the heat to minimum low. And what we're looking for is this kind of consistency, and I'm going to just pour this mixture back into my broth. And then of course just mix it all together like this. And also at this point I'm going to just taste it and adjust the salt and pepper. And just before I serve it, I'm going to add just a little bit of Parmesan cheese like this. This is totally optional, you don't have to do it. If you like cheese, you can put it on there like this. And voila, that's how you make this soup. You can finish this with just a little bit of fresh cilantro on top, and also just a little side of toasted bread like this.